This is a sad day for the country and a sad day for California with the passing of Senator Diane Feinstein. She was a force of nature. She was a political giant, and she was a friend of mine. I had the privilege of working with her for years, mostly during my time as president of the state Senate from 2008 through 2014. We worked very closely together on the set of significant reforms around water policy in California. Among many issues, she was a champion for increasing California's water supply and addressing that very important part of maintaining the quality of life in California. I had so many occasions to be with her, to have dinner, to sit in her office, and really to learn from her. She was relentless in her pursuit for justice, for gun safety, and she was never afraid to take on powerful interests if it meant helping the people of California and the people of the country. She taught me a lot. And I have one story, because sometimes a story can illustrate what somebody is really about. I remember it was about 2000, may have the year not quite right, so forgive me, but 2011, 2012, when there were a whole run of lawsuits against small businesses being sued under the Americans with Disabilities Act for minor violations. And it was kind of a racket. And so there was a lot of pressure to do something about it. And Senator Feinstein was very concerned about this. And she talked to me about it a number of times and asked me if I would introduce legislation to remedy these frivolous suits. And I said that I would, and I was starting to work on it. Well, one day I was in my office and I got a call from a reporter asking me to confirm that I had introduced legislation to crack down on ADA disputes. And because Senator Feinstein had put out a statement saying that I was introducing the legislation. And the truth is, with any other politician, I might have said, what the heck? But with Senator Feinstein, there was only one choice. I happily introduced the bill because she was a force. And when she asked you to do something that was important to the quality of life in our state and in our communities, you said yes. November 27th, 1978. I was in college at Berkeley. I'll never forget it. So, it's a cliche, but character is defined by how you deal with crisis. And so imagine that moment. Her friends and her colleagues, George Moscone and Harvey Milk, actually checking Harvey Milk's pulse and finding a bullet hole, as she described, and then having to compose yourself and go before the cameras as the acting mayor and announce this horrific tragedy to the people of San Francisco, the people of the state, and the people of the country. And I think people will always remember, I will always remember what she said and how she said it. She comforted people. She came across as a leader. And she showed in that moment why she was going to eventually become the national figure that she became.